Gary, congratulations to you.
Thanks, David. I'm sort of humbled by that, and almost embarrassed because I probably am the one guy that really believes that, any success that we have as an organization is through the team. And the success we had this year is through the team, and obviously the nomination of the Jack Adams is a reflection of not only my coaching staff, but our management staff, and also our scouts and the trainers and everybody, and the players. They're the ones that get it done. So I feel very fortunate. I'm going to go to Vegas and represent the Nashville Predators organization for a very good job during the regular season. So that's the perks of being the head coach, I guess. Is I've never been to Vegas, so it'll be a neat trick for me. It was sort of hard reflecting. Obviously you remember the last thing a lot of times, and we'll get to that. But I came into last year. Our coaching staff talked about coming in with an all-in concept, and we call it all-in. Everybody had to be all-in because that's the only way I think our franchise, our team will be successful, and that's everybody contributing. And when you look at the whole year, we really did have that. David, reading off all those stats, we were aware of them, but we kept winning. We found ways to win. We got key goals from people that you didn't expect. When guys were in slumps, other lines picked it up. We just found a way, and this group was a special group. And as the season went on, we didn't start the way we wanted to, but a little bit of adversity and some of the good things that happened. Adversely, we were, got out of the blocks, won our first 2 games, and then we went into a little bit of a slide, and we lost 29 games this year. We lost 11 games in just 2 stretches, a 5 and a 6 game losing streak. So you take and spread the other losses through the other 71 games. We were pretty consistent, but sometimes that adversity, you find things out about what you're capable of doing, and some of the good things that came out of it is that we became a very disciplined team. Most disciplined team in the National Hockey League in terms of that, because we couldn't kill penalties. So we adjusted, and that told me that we were growing up. I've had teams in the past that would learn the hard lesson, just keep taking penalties. This team had that maturity about them and that discipline. And then they were all in. They knew that the games were going to be close. We weren't expected to score a lot of goals. I think we scored more goals than a lot of people thought we would, because we played a certain style, an aggressive style in terms of the forecheck and the pace and resiliency and relentlessness that allowed us to wear teams down and get opportunities, and we did score there. The power play, as we know, got off to not a very good start at all, and it was hard to get those numbers to any kind of level after the start that we had. Went through a real good stretch where we got the numbers pretty decent in that stretch, and then fell off towards the end, and obviously in the playoffs. But we found ways to win without a power play when it wasn't going. When it was going, it was great. It gave us another element. But the goaltending, I felt, was really strong. The young guys really, coming into the season, I don't think anybody thought that Patrick Hornquist would go from 2 goals to 30. I was one of them. And you saw the growth of a guy like Patrick Hornquist. I saw the growth of a guy like Ryan Suter and Shea Weber. I saw their struggles before. I thought Ryan was probably had a real consistent year. Shea thought struggled the first half of the year, but once he got to the Olympic Games, he came back. He became one of the best defensemen in the National Hockey League. So you saw the growth there, not only on the ice but off the ice. You saw the young guys like Colin Wilson. You got great contributions from a guy like Marcel Gotch, who, coming into the season we were hoping that, he'd be on the team. If not, he would, be back in Milwaukee and be a good depth guy. He got 30 points, was a career high. So there was a lot of good things. Showed a lot of character. I think this team had more character than any other team that we've ever had, and a lot of 1-goal wins. I think we had 28 games where we got 1-goal wins. I mean, those are hard. Those are hard games to play. I don't know how. Sometimes you don't realize how hard just making the playoffs in the National Hockey League is. you talk to the teams that didn't make it, and they'll tell you it was really hard. We didn't even make it. It's been hard. The league is, and I was saying to a few people on the left side of the room there that every year that I've coached, it is getting harder and harder to make the playoffs in this league. It is. The league is getting better, it's faster, it's evolving. I think we developed a short-term memory, and that's one of the things of maturity is that if you're mature enough, you talk about teams that have gone through it and they've won Stanley Cups. They'll tell you that we've had some adversity, and there'll be something that'll happen that will absolutely knock you on your can. And how you react to it after that is really tells you where you're at. And we had some things that knocked us on our can. Obviously, Game 5, I don't think anything could knock you on your can more than that. And we responded the next day fairly well. And in the last game, we responded. And then you take that Game 5 and you take, as David mentioned, the Patrick Kane goal. We get back in the game 1-1, and they dump it in, and it goes off the guy's toe and changes direction. And I'll tell you what, we didn't quit. We kept coming, and that told me that there was growth because there was a lot of stuff piled on in those probably 48 hours. So there's growth. I didn't like the ending. It's in a sense that we've gone to the playoffs 5 times and sort of the same result. I understand it. That's as frustrating as anybody. But I'm telling you, it is. I'm not going to step back. It is hard to make the playoffs, and we've made it 5 times with a lot of adversity. And there's teams haven't made it 5 times combined, and we get it done, and we will get to the next level, and we're getting closer. It could have happened this year. We had the opportunity. We had no one to blame but ourselves. And but there is great growth, and I am looking forward to this hockey team. This is got a really good base.